Hey guys, what's up? So, what I'm going to talk about in this video is the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus. Now, those two phones have been out for a little over a week now, and already there have been issues with the hardware, and I find this kind of surprising that something like this, a lot of people are talking about where, according to Apple, not that many people have actually made it official, like actually complained to Apple about it. What I'm talking about is this thing called BendGate. Alright, BendGate is basically these devices are bending in people's pockets, and to me, I kind of find that surprising because Apple's hardware throughout the years as they made these devices were pretty much, you know, how do I say it? They have like a very good structure built into them because you know the way Apple built these devices is they make it, you know, sturdy and durable, but you know, to something drastic like this. And I find it surprising that these devices are actually bending. I've heard of people cracking their devices, which that's most common on any phone out there with a glass screen or a glass part on it, but never really bending. And I kind of find it surprising that they're complaining about this now because even other Apple devices were able to bend. Alright, I've heard horror stories where like an iPhone 5 bent, or even the first generation iPhone, believe it or not. I don't know about the iPhone 4 or 4S because those were pretty much made out of glass, and if you bent glass, I'm pretty sure it's guaranteed that you just crack it. Unless that was like some sort of glass where it's able to bend. I don't know. Either way, I always get the feeling that glass, if you bend it with enough pressure, it's gonna split and then give you a crack right there. And Apple is gonna be replacing some of these phones that are bent. However, before they can do that, they have to put it through some sort of inspection. I forgot what they call it, but that's their own inspection at the Genius Bar when you go into the Apple Store, and that will determine whether you will get a free replacement or a paid replacement. So, let's say if these devices pass the inspection, you will get a new phone for free. However, if they don't, then the lowest you can pay for, if you have Apple Care, I don't know how much it'll cost if you don't have Apple Care, but with Apple Care, the least you can pay for is like 79 bucks. I read these on the articles by TechnoBuffalo.com. There were two articles there. I'll leave the links in the description below. But yeah, I kind of find it surprising that people would complain about these kind of issues right now, because while the iPhone 6 and the 6 Plus are very bendable from what it seems like, Apple's other devices were bendable too. In fact, the way I see it, any device can be bent. Alright, you guys may think I'm crazy, but not to be rude, but there could be certain cases where a certain human being or certain person did something with the device that causes it to change its shape a little. Alright? You know, whether you're putting on a new case where the shape is a little bit changed, and so it's not flat on the table, or if you cause your phone to, you know, well, bend up a little bit, or bend it in half, I don't know, or maybe lose a part. Either way, anything can happen to a phone or devices in general. Believe it or not, maybe even computers or laptops. Next thing you know, if the hinge of the laptop is very, you know, shaky, and it's not very sturdy, that screen can come right off very easily. You know, cutting any wires that might be, you know, connecting to the actual board itself. I may be talking crazy right here, but in my opinion, anything can happen. Alright? You can... I've seen videos where people took their devices and from the roof and they drop it and obviously it cracked. And I've seen this one person, I don't know why they did this, but they were still on the roof and they actually took their device and then throw it onto the ground, and then the whole thing was shattered into little pieces. That was an iPhone 3GS. So I don't know why they did that, but you know, I guess they got their own ways of doing their drop test, but don't never do that. So what do you guys think about this BendGate issue? Do you really think it's a major issue? To me, if it becomes a major issue if it's bothering you in a way, such as like if you try to put it flat on the table and it's not flat, then yeah, and that really bothers you, or when you're trying to hold it and it just feels kind of weird when it's bent like that, then yeah, you should try bringing it to the Genius Bar and then you know, try to get a replacement. But more importantly, if it affects the functionality of your phone, such as like, okay, now that it's bent, the screen is not working properly, what am I gonna do? Or if the camera's not working, or if the touchscreen's not working, but it'll still turn on, then okay, you should bring it back to Apple and then like get a replacement either way, whether you have to pay for it or you get it for free. So I'd like to see what you guys think in the comments below, so leave them down there. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. And for those of you guys that have these new devices, please be careful with what you're doing and just don't do anything crazy or drastic to it for an experiment, alright? If you want to save your devices, don't abuse it.